Robert De Niro. And we've all seen Robert De Niro go on his foul-mouthed rants about Trump now. Like that's been happening since 2015 or 16. But we haven't seen him crying with Nicolle Wallace over Trump. Now, we did check. He was at one of these events, these counter-programming events last night. We do not think he cried last night. It could be wrong, but we did a quick check. We didn't see that last night. I think Trump was referring to this clip I'm about to show you when he talked about Robert De Niro crying. I'm going to play the longer version, you guys. Let's watch SOT 44.
Yeah.
I mean, you're always about lifting up everybody around you,
Yeah,
everybody.
of course.
Why is that?
Is he?
You have to.
There we
You
go.
have to lift people up.
Why?
You have to bring them together. Period. You can't divide people. You can't win that way.
It's a no-win situation. And look what we have. Look who we have there. It's almost like a destiny to have this thing there, attempting to destroy this country, and maybe not even understanding why. So it's up to us to protect the country
That we love.
Yes.
You weren't supposed to make me cry. Thank
my
you so
God.
much. Thank you for this. We talked about how this is the moment. This is the moment that it goes one way or the other.
That's right.
You think it's going the other way?
I don't know. All I know is people have to resist. There's no easy way. It's not going to come to you easy. You know, there's a time when you know in your own life, in your own survival, you better do this. You better jump and run through the fire. Because if you don't run through the fire, you're not getting out. And that's what we have to do.
I'm glad I get to run next to you.
Oh my God, I just threw up in my mouth. I like everything about it makes my skin crawl. The worst though is that she's not crying. She wants us to believe that she's crying, like in solidarity with him, with her very nasal delivery, like, you weren't supposed to make me cry. You weren't supposed to make me cry. So glad I get to run with you. It's so weird. Who does that? Who that's not crying pretends they're crying when, let's face it, Robert De Niro is an elderly man now. And a lot of times when men in particular become elderly, they get a lot closer to tears very often. You know, we saw it with H.W. Bush. We've seen it with quite a few men. And it can be kind of sweet. It's not sweet here. But I think Robert De Niro, he's emotionally unregulated, all right? And there becomes almost a responsibility by the news anchor not to put this person on. Really, truly. I trust me, I'm not going to name names, but I've had this experience where I then say, we can't book that person again because they're emotionally unregulated or they've crossed over to a place where some sort of like dementia has slipped in.
I say that about
and you're
Carl
not
like
getting
once a week.
the actual full person.
Can't have him on. It's too emotional.
Megyn,
It's like
he's one of the
almost elder abuse.
Megyn.
not for you, Carl.
No, he played the Southern catcher in Bang the Drum Solo who dies of cancer. He played Jake LaMotta, the great boxer. He, of course, you mentioned Raging Bull, and you mentioned earlier he was the Godfather. He plays the young Vito Corleone. So he's a great actor. He can cry on cue. I think you're missing the point.
Mm-hmm. It
I
reminded me of
he's crying for
that
effect.
he too was acting.
Yeah.
She was definitely acting.
Okay.
To me, it seems sincere on his part because he's deranged. He really, truly has Trump derangement syndrome. There's no one who has it worse than Robert De Niro. I mean, truly, Rosie O'Donnell and they're tied. And the nerve, Andrew, of him to lecture us on not being divisive, literally says, you can't divide people. Let's run SOT 46.
He's a dog. He's a pig. He's a con, a bullshit artist, a mutt. Well, I'd like to punch him in the face. This is somebody that we want for president? I don't think so. I'm going to say one thing. Fuck Trump.
Wait, what?
He's a sociopathic, psychopathic, malignant narcissist. He's got to be stopped.
If he gets in, I can tell you right now,
He will never leave. He will never leave. You know that. He will never leave. What does that mean? Is that the country we want to live in? Do we want him running this country and saying, I'm not leaving, I'm dictator for life?
You can't divide people unless you're Bobby De Niro, in which case you can do it all day, every day if it's about Donald Trump, Andrew.
Yeah. Well, I will say this about Nicolle Wallace before we leave it. It takes some discipline when someone's crying on camera not to break in. And it's something that interviewers kind of learn to do. When someone's having an emotional moment, don't do the natural thing, which is to try to relieve the stress in the room. So give her some credit for that.
Can someone please cut Andrew's mic?
You know what I mean? But
cannot listen to this. What?
But yeah. I mean, what do you want to say about Bobby De Niro? He was at the State of the Swamp event yesterday, and he did say on camera, because we played it in our thing, that America is not he loves his country, but America is not lovable right now. So that was fairly mild for him.
Don't divide people.
Yeah. But
you can't divide people. Look, you just can't. It's just the wrong thing to do, Tom.
It just shows, though, like, I can't even imagine, and I think most people can't even imagine, like, getting that emotional and having all these emotions, the anger and the rage toward a politician. Like, there are politicians that we don't like, and if AOC becomes president, she wins the next election, or someone like that, like, are Republicans, are they going to be crying about it? I mean, there's just this emotional level that the Democrats have, and it's driven by Trump mostly. It's like a mind virus that causes them to get just so emotionally invested. Their hatred of him is like all consuming. And I don't understand it. I think most people don't understand it because we just don't get that worked up over politicians. You like some, you hate some. Like, the country's going to survive one way or the other. It's not like it's, they've convinced themselves that, like, he's the end of times. I mean, it's really weird.
But why do we care?
Although I will tell you, Tom, last night, Doug and I had a serious conversation of how we would divide the United States if we needed to. Like, if blue needed to separate from red, what would be meaningful lines? And we decided that we'd have to give the West Coast to the libs. We'd have to give the East Coast to the conservatives. Then we're going to have to fight over Vermont and Massachusetts because it's going to be like the Israeli settlements. Like, people got to get out. Sorry, we know you've been living here, but you got to go west. Get out. You're going to have to go. We stumbled when we got to Illinois because, I know that's where you live, Tom, but like Illinois, that's all the libs now. But like, we need a contiguous landmass for both the right side of the country and the left side of the country. And we're probably going to have a fight over Illinois. We kind of need that on Team Red, but it's so blue. But we definitely need Montana. We need the Dakotas on Team Red. So maybe there could be like a swath across the middle that we could give to the left that comes up and like kind of grabs Illinois.
I think
and then we'd go over the top of Michigan, the conservatives. We could work it out.
They need the Southeast.
Yeah.
There's all that sunshine and good golf down there. Republicans have to have that.
And we're going to get that.
Megan, did you get to this
That's
point?
That's going to be ours.
Because I floated this idea. We could trade Minnesota to Canada for Alberta. What would you think?
In a heartbeat.
Yeah, what would you think of that?
I love that. International disputes, inflation, rising national debt, digital currency. There's a never-ending list of reasons gold has risen over 700% in the last 20 years. And a never-ending list of reasons smart Americans diversify a portion of their savings into precious metals with Birch Gold Group. Gold can thrive during uncertainty, which is why it's a crucial part of a balanced financial strategy. It gives you peace of mind, given all the events that could impact the U.S. economy. See if holding gold in a tax-sheltered retirement account is right for you. Birch Gold can help you convert an existing IRA or 401k into an IRA in gold. Just text MK to the number 989898 to receive your free info kit on gold. There's no obligation, just useful information. With an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau and tens of thousands of happy customers, consider letting Birch Gold help you diversify with gold so you too can have peace of mind, regardless of the uncertainty. Text MK to the number 989898. Thanks so much for watching. If you like what you just saw, hit the subscribe button for more clips and full episodes.